Baltimore City Councilman Carl Stokes, and Lance Lucas is the president of the Black Chamber of Commerce. Hey, Ben, I want to start with you. What is your message that has really touched, you think, people, and that has touched you?
Well, obviously, Don, seeing the events of the last year, really year and a half, has really touched me like they have the whole nation. I think what we're seeing really is our nation, when it comes to these relations, when it comes to police officers and citizens and how these things, how they interact, it's kind of coming to a head. And the things that we've realized for a very long time are kind of being brought out in the open, and we're talking about these things. And you kind of have these two sides. And so, as an American, as someone who watches the news and likes to stay involved, my heart hurts because I'm seeing the brokenness on both sides. And you mentioned earlier my thoughts that I wrote, and what I see is just the result of an underlying issue that we all have, which is our sin, and it creates this divide. When we try to do the right thing, we can't because of the sin in our life. And I always point to Christ because He's the one that can answer these issues we have. I mean, we've tried different things. We're trying to bridge the gap with poverty, with education, with job creation, with the police officers treating people the right way when they arrest them. But I always point to the fact that Christ is the one that has to mend our hearts and change the way we view people so that we can spread the love of God to people when we interact with them.
Yeah, you said, I see a brokenness that only Christ can give us wisdom and power to mend. But I want to get your reaction to the charges of these officers, Ben.
Yeah, well, I think that it's first of all, it's a very sad situation to have 6 police officers that might be charged with homicide and killing someone that was in their custody. We saw the videos, and that's one thing about these camera phones. We're able to see a lot more of what's going on. But we saw the video, and it was obvious that Mr. Gray was injured. I am happy that there is going to be an investigation. I think that the community is very happy that that happens. That being said, I want the investigation to be transparent. Our hope is that if these officers have done something that is wrong, they will be brought to justice like anybody else would.
And I want to ask you, because I want to take, where do we go from here is really what I want the focus of this conversation to be about. And I think the 3 gentlemen that we have assembled here can talk about that. What is your wish for the Black community here and across the country? And that really means America. When we say the Black community, we're all Americans. But what is your wish specifically for Black people in America all across the country?
My wish for the Black community, specifically in some of these cities where these events have happened, and hopefully where they won't be happening next week and the week after, is that we're able to move forward and we're able to forgive some of the things of the past and some of the things of the present. I mean, when you look at the way we came to this country, when you look at the period between the end of slavery up until World War I, you look at the interaction with police officers where Black men were taken and sent to work camps. When you look through the Civil Rights Movement, you look through all these things, there are a lot of generational hurts that have happened to Black people in this country. A lot of things that our grandparents tell us, a lot of things that we've experienced on our own. My hope for the Black community, though, is not to portray that on every white person that they see. Every white person that they see is not looking at them trying to get something from them or take advantage of them or to treat them wrongly. Also, my hope in the Black community is that we are able to understand that we have great opportunity. Things are not as bad as they used to be. They're just not. And we have a great opportunity to take advantage of some of these things and to get education and to move forward. And really my hope for the Christian community, Blacks and whites, is to bridge the gap. The Christian community should be the example of what it means to not look at people because of the color of their skin, but really because of the content of the character. And all that happens because of the love of Jesus Christ.
All right, let's talk to, I want to talk to Lance.